both of these bikes made me want to ride really fast. Like, that is deep, poppy. Yeah, I've just taken the Cruiser 400 for a ride up and back on Frankston Dandenong Road. If you don't want to punch out like, 10, 15, 20 grand for a Harley, something like that, which I reckon they're probably like 10 or 12 grand, bit more, yep. Maybe 15. This is pretty much, it's like little brother. Yeah, I found like having that aftermarket muffler on there, giving it the saddlebags, it kind of looks and sounds like a Harley. Like whoever designed this obviously went, dude, let's make something that kind of looks like and feels like a Harley, but braaap style. And that's how I felt riding it. Both of these bikes made me want to ride really fast. I was coming up the freeway and just thought, I just really want to give it the berries. But just have a listen to the sound. Like the sound is insane. Oh, sorry. Alright. Like, that is deep, poppy. Yeah. You'll get a lot of looks at the lights on this thing, and it's kind of the same size-wise as the Street 500, height, length. You're basically getting everything you would out of this for a fraction of the price. And learner approved. Obviously this is learner approved as well. Yeah, they couldn't be more similar. Quick sound of this. It's got that whistle kind of sound, little bit different. But yeah, they both make a lot of noise. And that's kind of what you want. Being a learner, you want people to hear you when you're coming up to the lights and stuff. I've always felt safe having a really loud, obnoxious pipe on my ST250. The Harley Street, kind of handled similar to the braaap 400 Cruiser. And yeah, it just made me want to ride really fast. Honestly, I've never ridden a Harley-Davidson longer than 4 minutes when I rode my dad's Iron 883 up to the petrol station before he moved to Canada. That was the one and only time I've ever ridden a Harley. And so today was a good kind of test to see how I would feel. And both of these bikes, positioning-wise, kind of have the same feet positioning. It's a little bit forward, but not too far forward. And the seats, both the seats are incredibly comfortable. So we need to take that seat and put it on an ST250, I think, because my ass is very sore after 2.5 years of riding that. The one thing I did notice, again, this is what braaap are doing. I don't know if any other motorcycle companies are doing it. Gear indicators. I knew what gears I was in when I was riding this because I could feel it, but I'm just so lazy. I like to have it visibly in front of me to let me know, hey, you're in gear 2, go up. So yeah, that'd be the only thing that kind of stands out. But I loved riding both of these. I kind of wish I got a Cruiser instead of a cafe racer. I think I like Cruisers now. Yeah. I think the other thing too, like I'll ride whatever. Like I love, apart from sport bikes every now and then, but I just enjoy riding, being on 2 wheels. So, I'm not claiming that I know what I'm talking about or I'm an expert in all things motorcycles. I only got into it a couple of years ago. So my experience is pretty new. And I guess anyone watching, you're experiencing what I'm experiencing, really. So, don't take what I say as gospel, but this is just what I think. Yeah, I'd happily ride either of these for a very long time. I'm gonna put it to, if you've just gotten your learners and you want a Cruiser, but you don't want to go spend a crazy amount of money, this will be just fine. Obviously, do what I've done here and put an aftermarket exhaust on because you want to sound beefy when you're riding. it would be perfect for anyone in that realm that, you know, would want to spend like 4 or 5 grand on an entry-level bike for an entry-level rider. That's how I'm looking at this. You're probably going to have guys that have been riding for 30, 40 years and, you know, dedicated brand enthusiasts and stuff, but stretch out, like, who cares? So, yeah, if you want the look, feel, sound, but not the cost and not the badge, Cruise is great. I've been riding my Cafe Racer, my ST250, since July 2021. And I've only just sold it now, so I'm going to be pretty sad parting ways with it. However, this, like, completely surpasses the ST250. If you want more power and more oomph and more everything, sure. The seat, like the comfy seat, slightly bigger tank, so you're going to get more mileage. Yeah, it's basically like a ST250 on steroids. Yeah, I wish I had this in some of the pickles that I've been in on the road, trying to get ahead of buses that have cut me off. I had to get around and lane filter through traffic and stuff, and it just wants to go. It's so easy to ride. You know what? I'm so used to having my mirrors out like this and thinking I'm gonna hit every car. Both of these bikes were so easy to just go straight down the middle. People could hear me coming. I had cars moving out the way for me. Yeah, it's just, I felt a lot less anxious doing it as I do on my ST250. So yeah, super easy to do that, and very responsive. Like, both the bikes are real responsive with the throttle, taking off. Yeah, obviously the 500 is going to have more power, a bit more punchy, but I think this would keep up. Having spent the afternoon riding both of these, they're both awesome bikes. If you like the cruiser style, both of them would be awesome for you. Obviously this is marginally cheaper and can look, feel and do just about all this can, the Harley, but you know, if that's not your style, give it a test ride anyway. Like, braaap are doing the lease plans and stuff now. You could borrow it for a couple of weeks, find out for yourself. I mean, I really want to ride this home tonight and borrow it for a week after being on my bike for 2 years, and that I'd love to ride that for a couple of weeks and really, you know, feel what it's like to have that more power under my bottom. So yeah, it's super easy to do. Like, just jump on the website and push a few buttons and you could be riding in the next couple of days.